Thank you. It's very, very, very good to be here. Thanks. They did a great job on that video. I just want to address the ASU GCU feud for a second. There really is no feud. Those three bodyguards I walked in with, that was window dressing. There was really no purpose for them to be here. Arizona State does a wonderful job. It's a wonderful Tier 1 research institution with great academic programs. And I put my purple tie on this morning and decided because I was coming here, maybe that wouldn't be appropriate. I went back and got my gold tie. Actually, my two oldest sons graduated from ASU and got a great education. I'm very excited about what we're doing in Grand Canyon because I am a free market person. I absolutely believe in free markets and less government. Grand Canyon University has investors. We are publicly traded. We actually in 2012 were $102 million plus to the taxpayers after you add everything up. And so we think there's a place for this kind of university with a different economic model for Arizona, especially because Arizona hasn't had a history of private universities. But in spite of all I believe about free markets and about free enterprise and about investment and about reasonable returns and all those things, once those things happen, in order for societies to thrive and for countries to thrive, they need to look at the cooperation element of it, and we need to look at how we can use partnerships to improve the neighborhoods that we live in. Many of you know that Grand Canyon University started many years ago with the west side of Phoenix and all of that between 31st and 35th Avenue and Indian School, Bethany Home. That was a thriving middle-class neighborhood with thriving businesses and thriving families, and some of the best high schools in the city were in that neighborhood. And it's changed a lot over the years, and now we're in a situation where that neighborhood needs transformation, and the neighborhood is not going to do it on its own. We sit there having invested $300 million in our campuses. So if you walk on our campus now, you're going to see brand new classrooms and laboratories and dormitories. We are at 8,500 students, and on that campus we're going to grow to 15,000 students. But right across the street and a little bit west sits an inner city high school that has had very difficult times. They were a D-rated high school until just recently, where they moved up to a C-rated high school. But the 2,800 students in that high school are absolutely assets. And if those assets can be turned into something that is useful and beneficial, that neighborhood can thrive again. And so we've got 3 neighborhood initiatives, partnerships going on that I'm very excited about. The first one is we have a partnership with the City of Phoenix Police Department. We're going to make the neighborhood safe. We're putting in financial resources. They're putting in additional financial resources. We're putting in personnel. They're putting in personnel, and it is our goal to wipe the crime out between 27th Avenue, 43rd Avenue, and Indian School up to Bethany Home. We need to make the neighborhood safe, and we're very determined to do that. The second thing we want to do is that we want to work really hard with the Phoenix Union School District and with Alhambra High School to lift the performance of that school. We've got on our campus right now 8,500 really smart, very motivated students that want to do something significant in their life before they graduate from high school or college. And so we've opened up a center, a tutorial center across the street from Alhambra, adjacent to our property. It's going to be open from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evenings and on Saturdays. We are hiring and training our students to provide tutorial services in math, language arts, and other subject matter areas that we pay them for, but it's free to Alhambra High School. This is a contract we signed because of the cooperation of Dr. Kent Scribner. That thing opened 3 weeks ago, and it's amazing what's happening there. We're having students walk across the street at 3 o'clock, and they are being assigned a tutor, a mentor, and that person spending 4, 6, 8 hours a week with that student on a weekly basis is the difference between D's and B's and C's and A's. There are assets in our community right now who nobody in their family ever went to college, but they absolutely have the potential to do it. 80% of the kids that go to public schools can learn 80% of what we teach in college. It takes some of them longer, and it takes some more support, but they can get to the same place. That program is going to grow. We're talking to Maryvale High School about that program. We're talking to Borgata about that program. We have the ability to hire over 200 of our students who are absolutely enthused to participate in this. And we believe that over time, This thing will grow to the extent that we can help Alhambra High School be an A-rated high school so that those students will go to college, they'll graduate from college, and they'll go back into those neighborhoods as nurses and doctors and professional business people, and they'll start to transform the neighborhood. When students go to college and graduate, you just don't change one generation, you change multiple generations, because then their kids go and then their kids go. I can't tell you how excited I am about Grand Canyon, but mostly because of our students. This year with our 8,500 students, we've got 3,500 students voluntarily attending chapel services, and we put out, because we have many projects going on in the neighborhood, we put out a list of volunteers, a request for volunteers. We had 2,000 students volunteer to participate in projects, including Alhambra, but many other projects in the neighborhood to help out and to help revitalize that neighborhood. So that's the second aspect of it. The third one is this. We've got a thriving business department, and we're opening up technology in 2014 and engineering in 2015. We've got to figure out a way, or we are figuring out a way, to raise money to seat some of our best students so that they can open businesses in that neighborhood and employ the many, many immigrants that live in that neighborhood. This is something we're just beginning, but we think in conjunction with the first two, if we can get the neighborhood safe, if we can lift the performance of the high school and get those kids to go to college, and then if we can start seeding businesses in that community, those partnerships will allow us to do something that either we alone or they alone couldn't do. So I am a free market guy, I am a free enterprise guy, I believe in investment versus donation and taxes. But once that happens, we got to help each other form partnerships, because together we're a lot stronger than we are individually. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any interest in supporting Grand Canyon University's new Division I basketball program with Dan Marley as its head coach, the first game is December 1. Give me a call, I'll make sure you get in. But it will be sold out. Call me quick. Thank you.